What's going on, everybody? Hey, make sure you like this video. Like, share. And guys, please subscribe. All right, please subscribe if you find this information very helpful. So today, we're going to be talking about a lot of things, okay? Number one, we're going to be talking about the broker transparency law, okay? Number one. Number two, we're going to be talking about factoring companies and the shady contracts that factoring companies have that you need to be aware of, okay? Number three, we're going to talk about the new scam that's going on since DOT has cracked down and made it harder for people to get DOT numbers. There are people out there that are buying MCs, all right, to run Amazon Relay. That's the fraud. That is the new fraud that's going on. So you guys be aware of that. Start cracking down on that as well. If somebody tries to buy your MC, stay away from that person, all right? They want to do that to start fresh. They might have messed up their CSA score, their safety scores, all of that. So those are things to be aware of. But number one, let's take care of this. This is your right. This is your right. This is Title 49, CFR 371.3C. That is your right. By law, you can ask the broker to see the records on how much they bid on that load, how much the shipper paid them for that load, and how much they paid you, the carrier. That is broker transparency. Now, I take it a step even further. Before I do business with a broker, since they don't know who I am, I call them and I say, hey, would you guys be in compliance with this? If they say no, or they give me some hassle, then red flag, that's a bad broker. Now, if you guys do this, I have to say that the thing that we're trying to push back on now, we're trying to get FMCSA to enforce this, is because a lot of carriers are starting to get blackballed by these brokers for asking about their right. That is wrong and that is unfair. Correct? Then you have a lot of truckers that say, well, what, and this is what I don't understand, because all we do is complain. But then when you have something on your side, when you have the law on your side, now you're scared of it. Now you don't want to use it. I don't understand. You have a lot of truckers that'll say, well, what is it to you if you find out what the broker made off that load? You want to do this because you don't have good negotiation skills. Wrong, because let's say I do got good negotiation skills and I feel like I got a good negotiation number, right? I feel like I did good, right? If I get broker transparency, then I find out, whoa, wait a minute. I thought I was doing good and I lowballed myself because this broker made a bag off of this load. How would you feel? How would you feel? Then you'll know what the lanes are being set for. Then you know if you're taking cheap freight. Also learn your cost per mile if you're taking cheap freight. If you're leasing a truck, how much is that truck leased for? How much is it retailing for? What's the interest rate? All of that. Let's talk about all of that. All right. So this is your right. If you asking these questions and they do not want to deal with you, if they talking to you crazy and whatnot, then guess what? That is a shady broker. That's a shady broker, guys. And guess what? We're going for them all. Black, white, purple, blue, big, tall, or small, guess what? They all gonna fall. You dig what I'm saying? So that is your right, number one, okay? Number two, let's talk about these factoring companies. Now, a lot of people like to say, you know, I got a good factoring company for you, or this is a good factoring company, blah, blah, this. But what makes them a good factoring company? First of all it is just a bank. That's all it is just a bank to help you get by on your net 30, net 20, net 60, net 45. That's all it is. If you're dealing with a factoring company, guys, the factoring company should be between 1% and 5%. 5 and 4% is hard. That is heavy. That is too expensive. Too rich for my blood. You need to be between 1 and 2. All right? 1 and 2%. All right? When you're dealing with a factoring company. Now, also, you need to be aware of these factoring companies' rules and contracts. A lot of them got time on them. A lot of them in those contracts, they say you cannot leave within 30 days or You cannot leave. You got to give us 30 days before you leave and 45 days and all that. So there are a lot of shady factoring contracts out there that you need to be aware of. So do your research. All right. Another thing, MC numbers. MC numbers are going for sale. Guys, that is straight up fraud. That is straight up fraud, okay? DOT have actually cracked down on it because in 2020, everybody jumped in the industry, and guess what? They made it easy because guess what? It was easy to get a DOT number. If you mess up on your safety score, your CSA, guess what? You can start over again in the morning and applying the new DOT card and just change the name. You could just change the name. Same trucking company, just change the LLC part or just change the name. That was the scam that DOT cracked down on. Now people are purchasing aged MC numbers. Guys, they do it for Amazon Relay, things of that nature. Guys, those are the new scams. Be aware of those, okay? Be aware of those. I'm bringing it to you live and direct. Be aware of those, all right? What we need to do is we need to push FMCSA to actually crack down on this stuff. They need to crack down. They need to crack down and help us truckers out. They say they're for the truckers, but I don't see what they're doing. It makes me wonder, is somebody's palms getting greased very well somewhere? I'm just saying. So guys, like I said, don't deal with any shady brokers, all right? If you're asking these questions and they don't want to answer them, that's a shady broker. What do they have to hide? Yes, you got to have good negotiation skills, but guess what? This broker transparency is a tool. It is a tool to help the trucker. You dig what I'm saying? And guess what? They can't all blackball us, because if they blackball us all, then who gonna move that freight? That's my question. They don't have a CDL. Who gonna move that freight? And guys, once again, stop listening to people that say it's okay to start a trucking company without a CDL. That's the reason why I say Alex Cadenji got a lot of blood on his hands, because he's led a lot of people astray that started a trucking company, can't find a driver. Now, guess what? They come to me to get their CDL so they can jump in the truck and drive themselves. People like him and other scammers have made it hard for people like me to tell the truth, for you guys to actually listen to the truth. So like I said, man, I go undercover and I try to spot out and weed out these shady brokers. And there's a lot of them in the industry. And what they're doing is they're making it bad for the good brokers. I'm trying to find the good brokers, guys. First of all, learn how to broker yourself. You can go to Forever Freight. He teaches classes on it, how to be your own freight broker, number one. Number two, yeah, you might have a new authority or whatnot, and you need a broker. Find you a good one. There are ways to spot double brokering. And like I said, if you call some of them up and you ask them these questions and right off the bat they don't want to talk to you and they treat you like crap, then guess what? You already know you shouldn't be in business with that broker anyway, because they're shady. What is their brokerage fee for quick pay? Some of them high as hell. You feel me? And guys, guess what? The broker and the factoring company are in bed. They are just like this. They are just like this. Why you think the factoring company are winning these days? Dropping a lot of things for you guys to think about and do your research on. This is not a game out here. Truckers, everybody got their hand in our pockets and we're tired of it and we're fighting against it. Like I said, Carrier 411, you thought we weren't going to fight back, didn't you? Well, we fighting back. So guys, if you made it to the end of this video, please give it a thumbs up. Put in the comments, CDL Shorty telling the truth, and share it. Share. Let's get this in the algorithm, all right? Y'all take care. I love y'all.